Hello Capricorn, this is Yo Spiritual Bestie, Ciara. I want to start by saying welcome if you are new, welcome back if you're not. This is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I just want to say general reading, take what resonates, leave the rest behind for me. If it doesn't resonate, try your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This reading is specifically for the month of July. And it's for my baby's Capricorn. So let's get right into it. For your reading, what's coming in for July? The last few readings I've had for the earth signs have been very, very heavy. Okay, June and May have been very heavy months. So let's see, hopefully, because I've been getting a lot of abundance, a lot of, prosperity, but there's a lot of I'm hearing more money, more problems. There's a lot of shifts, problems, people around, issues, conflict. Anyway, let's get into it for July. For Capricorn spirit, what do they need to know for July? Ooh, I like that. Miracles. Listen, Spirit said don't focus on that. Focus on the miracles are endless. Bottom of the deck, overcoming any obstacle, Capricorn. So that's number 50. This is 15. I love that. I really, really do. I think those are both beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energies to pop up at this time. It definitely feels like you're entering a new era, right? July feels like a breath of fresh air. I feel like May, June may have been tough months, right? But it feels like with this month for July, it feels like you're going to start to finally see some easing up, right? Some breath of fresh air. I'm getting originally I was going to say, you finally are feeling like spirit is not spirit, but life is off your neck. Like it's been on your neck for the last, not even the last 2 months, but the last year. And it feels like you're I'm getting all these miracles. I'm abundant. I'm happy. Also with this sunflowers here, it feels very happy, very, very calm, very collected. But it's also a very abundant, satisfied energy, right? Above satisfaction. You feel overwhelmed with fulfillment, right, Capricorn? And it feels like you're finally wow, all of those obstacles, they're nothing anymore. I've overcome them. I can breathe, right? All right, let's see what else. Got my Moonology bag in the cut. All right, for Capricorn, for the month of July, spirit. Okay. Oh, you got two. Bottom of the deck, though, it says balance, spirituality, and practicality, which is the full moon in Pisces. But what you really got here, it says, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. I really, really like that energy right there. Full moon in Sagittarius. I like that a lot. And then you got surrender to the divine. Yeah, full moon, just regular full moon. So I'm getting a lot of full moon energy for your Capricorn. Full moons are all about things getting ready to shift into a new moon, right? It's almost like the lessons you've learned, right? Looking at the bigger picture, the lessons you've learned, all of the things you've had to deal with, Capricorn, working through. It feels like they're saying just surrender to the divine, let go. The miracles are coming in, and they're coming in endlessly. There's no stopping to these miracles that are coming in. And I really, really, really like that for you. Here you go. That's a little bit more centered than what I was doing. All right, perfect. And you know what? I'm actually going to go back to the original layout, which was like this. All right, perfect. Yeah. I know, I always do this to you, Capricorn. I always be like, yeah, everything's fine. I'll be like, everything's great. And then Capricorn, I would literally be like, I'm just going to wing it. And then I do everything different when I do your reading. Okay. All right, so we are going to pull some. All right, Capricorn, so we are going to pull some tea leaf oracles for you for the month of July, because I love these. These are just possible predictions for the month of July for you. Okay, these two flew out, so I'm going to keep them. And then just maybe one more spirit for July. Oh, okay, we'll take it all. Okay, I guess we're just going to take all of this, Capricorn. Sorry. I mean, not sorry. I'm sure you like that we got all this stuff. All right. So We got dagger, fear, worry, tense situation. We got jug, lighthearted, carefree time, which is funny because they came out together, but they don't match. You know what I mean? Like they're not the same. One is like a dagger, fear situation, fearful times, and this is like lighthearted, carefree. I feel like they're saying that whatever this obstacle is, it is going to feel not so heavy. You're going to be able to handle it, no problem. You also got pen, new job, career. I like that. Reconciliation, pineapple. I really like that too. Reconciliation is always a good time. And then wishbone, a wish being granted. Yeah, I feel like because of everything that's happening, you are entering a time of prosperity and wishes being granted and things shifting in your favor, Capricorn. I really, really like this for you. Let's just get an overall energy card for your tarot. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, I'm really feeling this reading. All right, overall energy for Capricorn. I'm using my Marvel deck, by the way, Capricorn. All right, overall energy, King of Pentacles. Oh, I really, really like that. That's beautiful. A beautiful energy. I got 5 of Swords on the deck. So like I said, that's that conflict, right? That's that obstacles that you're overcoming. And it feels like it might be career-based just because we got new job, new career, right? Surrender to the divine. The miracles are endless for you, Capricorn. I don't know. I'm getting either... And with the King of Pentacles here, he is a card of stability. He is a card of long-term stability. Yeah, I'm hearing a word, but I'm... endurance. That's what I think. That's the word I'm hearing. Endurance. I like to think that he is a card of endurance. He's going to keep going. He's not going to stop until he is satisfied, right? But he is a card of abundance, right? Prosperity. And with the miracles are endless here, it feels like you've endured so much and now you're about to reap the benefits of all of that endurance that you've experienced. So yeah, of course, there is a little bit of tension here, some fears and worries, some anxieties. You could even be worried about a new career, hoping and praying that you are able to handle the new career. But it feels like that this is fears, worries over nothing because a wish is being granted. You're about to get into a reconciliation period and everything's going to be very lighthearted and celebratory. Now, the reconciliation, you could be going through a reconciliation with you and someone else, but I feel like it's almost like a reconciliation for yourself even, Capricorn. For me, it feels like you're reconciling with yourself and you're realizing that, wow, I'm okay. Like, yeah, I did this thing. Yeah, this happened, but I made it through. I am okay. I've made it through. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hearing. I made it through. Even though I went through all of these things, I've seen the bigger picture. I'm almost getting someone who is releasing a chip off their shoulder. I'm not saying you have one, Capricorn, but it feels like you're kind of releasing a chip off your shoulder. You're letting yourself just be and do. And you're like, I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm just going to focus on one foot in front of the other, my miracles, my blessings. I'm going to just be thankful. And I really like that for you, Capricorn. And with that King of Pentacles, like I said, this could be you. The King of Pentacles is an earth sign. So, Taurus, Capricorns, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? So this could be you just leveling up on your money, leveling up on your energy, right? Let's keep going. All right, what is coming in for, oh, that flew. Temperance, which is also reconciliation. I like that. Okay. And then what's the challenges? Okay. These are flipping out like crazy. Okay. And then last card here. Can I get one card for a resolution for Capricorn for the month of July, please? Okay. The Hierophant. That is so interesting. I actually really, really like that though. On the bottom of the deck, you do have the Queen of Wands. I do like that too. Queen of Wands is that card of, she don't care, first and foremost. Queen of Wands don't care. She don't care how people see her or perceive her. She don't care how people, you know what I mean, what they think about her or anything like that. The Queen of Wands is just doing what she do. That's it. She do what she do, and she really kind of just don't care if people make her or offended by her because she's following her heart. She's following the sun. I really, really like that for you. Okay. We're going to clarify the Temperance, the Knight of Swords, and the Hierophant, but let's talk about them first. So your overall energy, like I said, is the Queen of Pentacles, which is a powerful energy. I really like that for you. And the fact that we got Iron Man, I really like that too. You know, it's funny. I don't know if I'm just getting tied into the story of Iron Man, but Iron Man he literally is someone who experienced something and had to overcome it, right? He had to endure and push forward and use his intellect and think things outside of the box, right? And he is kind of not almost, he feels very, very self-made in a sense, right? He wasn't planning to go in this direction, but he did because a situation pushed him into a direction. And it feels, Capricorn, that you might be being pushed in a direction and you might feel uncomfortable, but Spirit is saying it's okay. This is the direction you're going to want to be in. All right. Let's keep going. So for Temperance, I like that. Like I said, Temperance is reconciliation, but it is a card of balance. The fact that we got the full moon in Pisces with the balance of spirituality and practicality and the moonology in the bottom, it feels very much like you're realizing that you've been out of balance for a while. And I feel like things are starting to finally slow down, Capricorn, where you're like, finally, I can actually sit down with myself in July and get myself back organized, back balanced, right? Where I can heal, I can reconcile, I can move forward. It feels very therapeutic for me. The energy feels very, very therapeutic. Like I'm hearing, like, even maybe you might be going to a spa or a retreat, really taking care of your mental health even. But let's get some more clarity for it. Why the Temperance for what's coming in July for Capricorn? Baby. 9 of Pentacles. I really, really, really love that. The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. So we got the Hierophant twice now. Look at that. Yeah, I really, really, really like that. I did say you could be seeing 555, 1515, or 1111. So we got the Temperance here, which is 5. This is also 5. Oh, not the Temperance. I'm sorry, the Hierophant. Both of these Hierophants are 5s. Sorry, that's what I meant. But with this 9 of Pentacles, oh, I absolutely love that. That is a card of independence. That is a card of financial independence, success, reaping the fruits of your labor, right? I feel like the moment you start getting yourself back balanced, back organized, right? Really tapping into yourself. I'm also getting a little bit of like cultivation, right? Manifestation. Temperance in the original card, she's like doing this with the cups. Like she's trying to complete an alchemy of changing the water into wine, and she's trying to make it absolutely perfect in order to go towards the divine path. And a lot of times they say with the Temperance that there's a need for you to just trust in yourself and go on that journey anyway. But it feels like you're cultivating your financial freedom. Capricorn, I love that, especially with the Hierophant twice. All right, wow. Major Arcanas, Temperance, and the Hierophant twice. So the Hierophant, yes, is a card of like tradition, institution, religion. Can be a card of it can be also a card of mercy, forgiveness, wisdom, right? But I feel like, yes, you're healing. Yes, I'm hearing accepting the mistakes is what they are, right? Face value, Capricorn. But it feels very much like once you've gotten past your forgiveness, right? Once you've gotten past your sorrow, you're starting to cultivate financial freedom for yourself. And you're starting to realize that you really haven't been, you know what I heard, I haven't cultivated for myself in ever. So I feel like for some of you, you really haven't cultivated anything for yourself. You've been doing everything for everyone else, cultivating for everyone else, thinking about everyone else. And Capricorn, you're about to be in an energy of independence. And with the Hierophant also, the thing is, the Hierophant is the middleman between spirit and reality. That's the bridge. And people come to the Hierophant because of their wisdom, because of their knowledge, because of their intuition with spirit. And it feels, and also Temperance is also a very intuitive card. Tapping into your intuition, getting balanced and organized. And it feels like once you start to balance out yourself and continue to work towards your divine purpose, surrendering to divine and allowing yourself to just be, you create, you manifest this financial freedom for yourself, Capricorn. I really like that this is what's coming in for you. And it feels like, if not, it could even be like a job opportunity that's just really going to set you up for success. I'm hearing maybe even financial freedom, but even like freedom with your time, right? Freedom with your energy even. It feels like you're going to be easily making money, especially with this cow spirit here. I'm getting like the Empress, and it feels like you're going to be easily making money and experiencing abundance without having to overdo it. And maybe in the past you haven't been able to do that. All right, so your challenge is the Knight of Swords. Now, since it's in your challenge, I'm going to go in the typical route of you might be doing stuff too fast or making decisions too fast, and we'll talk about it. So the Knight of Swords in the original tarot is just a fast pace. The fastest knight in the tarot, but the horse is stressed out. He is stressed out. I think at this point, he don't even know where he's going. He's just running, right? But the thing is, sometimes, yes, of course, it's running towards your conviction, running towards your goals, running towards your determination. But it's like, sometimes you have a little bit of a blinder on because you're going so fast. You might miss your goal, like where you're supposed to go. Or you might miss a divine detour that's needed in order for you to get to your goal. It feels very much like you might be rushing something, Capricorn, and you might not be satisfied with how quick or how slow it's been. Let's see. Why the Knight of Swords for Capricorn spirit? Why the Knight of Swords for conflict? King of Swords. That's hilarious, actually. I love that, actually. And look, 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. A victory, a guaranteed victory. Says you are the MVP, baby, on the high horse, and people are paying attention to you in July. But I really like this. So since this is the challenge, I'm hearing you might be making decisions too quickly and not thinking things clearly. Knight of Swords countering it is all about clear precision, right? He is clarity. He is head over heart, and he makes decisions based off of the facts alone. He is analytical at best, and he's honest. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords, there's a little bit of a lack of direction with the Knight of Swords, where he just is running and not really thinking. And maybe the conflict is you might need to slow down, really think some things through, and then make decisions. King of Swords do not move until it's ready to move. King of Swords, I also really like this because I got this from another tarot reader, Chris from Minnow Pond, which, by the way, you should go watch him. He's cool. He's awesome. He talked about how the King of Swords is very strategic in battle. He knows how to literally go on the battlefield and execute like excellently, superiorly even. And it feels like with that Knight of Swords here, it feels like they're telling you to slow down and not make decisions in a panic or because you think you need to do something quickly. There might be a need for you to actually be strategic about this thing and actually see things clearly, get your clarity, right? See the facts, take your heart out of it, see the facts in it. And I feel like there might be even a little bit of your, like with the Knight of Swords, because he, like I said, King of Swords is head over heart. And for some reason, this is what I'm getting intuitively. I'm getting that there's a need for you to not rush yourself because of your emotions, right? And I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say a job opportunity comes in and you're like, okay, I have to hurry up and answer because what if they don't, like, and you ask them, hey, can you give me until Friday, right? And they say, yes, they will give you till Friday. But you're up here thinking, okay, I know it's Monday, but I gotta hurry up and make an answer. I have to hurry up and tell them. Like, it's almost like your emotions, your panic, your worry, your concern, you're letting it drive you to make a quick decision without really thinking it through. And Spirit is saying, slow down. You literally ask them until Friday. They said they'll give it to you. They're not going to move to someone else. And if they do, then that's not a good company anyway. You know what I mean? It's not even a divine, spiritual led path for you then at this point. But it feels like Spirit is literally saying, slow down. All right. You know what? I heard, what is it? Slow down. Samantha, slow down. Savannah, slow down. From TikTok. Anyway. There's a need for you to slow it down and really look at the facts, okay, Capricorn, and really pay attention because this victory, the King of Swords and this victor, this MVP, they didn't win with sloppy tactics. They didn't win with just running towards something with blindly without thinking it through. And I think you know that. So I'm not going to harp on it too much longer, because I do feel like in the month of July, you're very aware that you have to be very clear and strategic about what you want. All right. Hierophant is your resolution card. I really like the Hierophant, like we already talked about. I'm not going to go into it too much longer, because we have already talked about the Hierophant and how he is the bridge between spirit and the universe. Really, he is that bridge between, and people come to him for advice and wisdom and seeking knowledge and truth. And he is that card of, I love that they have Xavier on here, because he is considered one, like he's like literally one of the most respected and revered mutants within the X-Men. Sorry, I'm just thinking about that. This is not a card of an easy person, an easy situation. This is someone who has been around, has great wisdom and respect, right? And I feel like the thing is, because of everything you've gone through, Capricorn, you might be seen as a beacon of wisdom, a beacon of success. Let's keep going. Why the Hierophant for Capricorn? Okay. Ooh, I like that. 4 of Wands. I really, really like that. That is that card of, look, Justice at the bottom of the deck. I really like that. 1111 really could be a number you're seeing quite a bit, which is super, you know, transformative. Yes, but I was going to say really intuitive, right? Really connected to your intuition. With the 4 of Wands, so the 4 of Wands is a celebration. It is a completion. It can be a card of marriage and harmony. And also with the Hierophant here, that is also a card of marriage. So some of you could be getting married. Congratulations if you are, Capricorn. I'm hearing maybe some of you could be getting married in secret. Woo. Some of you could be feeling like you're going into a commitment with a job, or deciding to believe in commitment. For some of you who aren't married or decided to start a relationship, it just feels like your resolution is, I'm going to commit to this, whatever that is for you, because it's going to be different for everyone. But it feels like you're in an energy of, I'm going to commit. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to be assertive. I'm going to commit. Because the thing is, with this Justice card at the bottom, oh, look at this here. Ace of Cups also next to it, right behind it, underneath the Justice. It feels very much like this is divinely guided. This is your justice, your karma from everything that you've done and you've been through. And July just feels like it's really going to be that first taste of abundance. And I feel like all of those dark clouds that you may have been experiencing, Capricorn, they're going to clear at this time. They're going to make sense to you at this time. I really love this for you. Okay, we're gonna pull one more thing and then that's it, babes. I know, like, this has been such a good reading, Capricorn. Very straight to the point, actually. It hasn't been too complex. It just feels like with this reading, it's all about just healing, moving forward, and being strategic. And I feel like you already know what to do, and this is not something that's difficult for you, Capricorn. But there's a lot of new energy coming in, a lot of success, a lot of abundance, a lot of community, even a little bit of community, a little bit of love if you want it, right? But it feels very much like things are starting to breathe and even out for you, and you're starting to see that everything that happened made complete sense and that you're actually okay. I like that. Okay. Can I have one affirmation card for Capricorn for the month of July, Spirit? This is from my Listen B deck, by the way. All right, something tried to flip. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not going to take all of these because like 3 came out, but I'll take this one that came out by itself. Capricorn, you don't need permission to say no. Fuck them. Or F them, I should say. You don't need permission to say no, Capricorn. You are in an energy of choosing yourself. And honestly, that's why with this 9 of Pentacles, it feels, in the Queen of Wands, it feels very solo and independent. And I feel like in that independence, you're finding yourself to be true. Like, that you know who you are. You're not afraid to speak up for yourself. You actually are realizing who you are and how you move forward even. So I really, really like that for you, Capricorn. You don't need permission from anyone else. You got this. Go for it. But other than that, baby, I hope you enjoy the rest of your month. I hope July is amazing. Comment down below what's happening for you in the month of July. I would love to hear. Also want to say happy Independence Day for those who celebrate, right? And I'm just excited because July is really like the start of summer and things blooming and taking off. And I feel like we're all going to be in a I feel like winter has felt like it's been wintering for a really long time, Capricorn. And it feels like we're all about to receive a reprieve. And I just hope you know that you can do anything you want to do. I love you. Like I said, if this resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, baby. Join the bestie community if you can. But other than that, I'll see you in my next reading. Enjoy your July. Bye, my loves.